Okay, hello everyone. Now, today I'm going to be doing something a bit different to how I would usually show my videos. Usually I would do these jokey videos, but today I'm going to do some maths. Yes, that's just how bad my handwriting is. I know, right? So incredible. But anyways, let's get started. So, you know squaring, right? You would usually have to do 14 times 14 times the 4 by the 4, you get 16. Times the 1 by the 4, you get 4. Add the 1 makes a 5. Bada bing, bada boom. Add that to put a 0 there because that randomly went out of existence. Then, since everyone knows their 1 times table, I hope, it's just 14 on the end. Then you add them together. There, bang, bang, bang. Now, that gets kind of harder when you have questions like 37,343 squared. It is very doable, right? But it does take an extremely long time. So, let's try and build up the process of making something good. So we're going to start with level 1 process for. At level 1, you should be able to just learn the concept of how to times numbers together by themselves very quickly, aka squaring. And that's pretty much it. Then we're going to move on to level 2. But anyways, for level 1, let's have a look at the concept 25 squared. This is a nice and easy one. Some geniuses in the room would already know that it would be 625. But here's how you can get it without even knowing. So, all you need to do is take that squared, right? You square all of the numbers inside it. So you do 2 squared, which is 4, and then 5 squared, which is 25. Now, let's say, for example, if this was 23 squared, I would have to do 4, just like I did before. And with a 3, I don't put 9 here. I have to put 09 here. Just because we need every single thing taking up 2 things, because it's just how it works. Anyways, moving back to the 25 squared. So we got 4, we got a 25. It's all nice and good. But you may be thinking, that number doesn't really look like 625. So what you're meant to do is you're meant to just very simply times these together. It's that simple, right? Wrong. It's not 10 there. 10 doesn't go there. It goes over here. For reasons unknown. But you're not done there. You have to times it by 2. You don't have to times that by 2. You just have to times this one by 2. And all the others by 2. It will always be by 2. So we get the very familiar answer of 625. So at level 1, you should be able to square 25 by should just be able to square 25, and you should also be able to square any number from 1 to 99 using this method. So let's give it a try. Let's use a random number generator. So we'll have random number generator. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to generate 5 numbers between 1 and 99. Just to make it a bit harder, we're going to do above 15, so you can't just do it easily. So 29 is the first number. I'm not really good at memory, so we're going to write it down, 29. The next number is 54. The next number is 48. No, that's 48. The next number is 56. And the final number is 16. which is a bit weird because that's one of the lowest numbers you can get. So let me just display it out a bit naturally. We have 56 squared, 29 squared, 48 squared, 54 squared, and 16 squared. Now, pause the video now to try and answer those questions. See if you can get over 60% right. See if you can get over 59% right. So at least 3 right. Get them all right, then great job. You've passed. If not, then don't worry. You will probably understand the concept a bit more if you ask someone to explain it in a bit more detail or a bit less detail to just make it suit right for you. Now, if you think that you get this concept and you get all 5 out of 5, you don't think you will need the middle one, you can go straight to the hard training. But I don't really recommend impossible. Anyways, here are the answers. So 56 squared, you should have had 25 here, 36 here, 5 times 6 is 30, double that 60. So you should have had the answer of 3,136. You can see if we're roundabout right, because it's in between 2,500 and 3,600. And it's around about half, which is what 56 is to 50 and 60, which is a good sign. But just in case, we are going to use a calculator. Don't know how to spell today. Anyways, 56 times 56, 3,136. And I have no clue if I got that. Yes, I did. Anyways, 29 squared. So, let's just erase that. Now we've done that. 29 squared is 4 and 81. 2 times 9 equals 18. Times 2 equals 36. So you should have got an answer of 841. Again, we can double check that with the calculator. No, I put 49. I was thinking that. What? Yeah, 841. Next up we have 48 squared. So we'll just do 4 squared, 8 squared, times it together, times by 2. Then we get the answer of 2,304. I can double check if that is correct or not. And yes, it is indeed correct. Anyways, question number 4 is 54 squared. So it's just 5 squared, 4 squared, and a 40, 5 times 4 times 2, right? And then you just add them all together, 2,916. If we input that into our calculator, we get just that. So finally, 16 squared. I know it's 256, it's a pretty low number. But let's just see if we get it right on our thing. So we have 1 and then 36. 1 and then a 12. So we get, yes, 256. So that was the easy one. That was the easy questions. Let me know how many you got. How many you get on each test. So we're now going to be changing our colour to a more orangey one. As we're going to level 2. Dun dun dun. Don't worry, it's not that bad. We're going to be squaring numbers from 100 to 999. Okay, so all you need to do for level 2 is pretty much exactly like level 1. Take an example of, 541. 5 squared is 25, 4 squared is 16, and 1 squared is 1, obviously. Then you skip out on these, You don't have to put the x's in, but it's always nice when you get onto those bigger numbers, you know? So we'll have 20 times 2 equals 40, and 4 times, and then 4. So we times the 5 by the 4, just like we did before. Then we times the 4 by the 1 to get 8 times 2 equals 16. No, why did I think 4 times 1 is 8? Sorry, no, we get 8 when we times it. We don't add it, so it won't be 48. No, it will be 4008. Because you can see it's just separate. That's separate, that's separate, that's separate. It just keeps on going down in the separate spectrum. And then it ends here. Because you have to add another thing to it. That won't get you your answer. You have to times these two together. And then double it, just like before. So 5 times 1 equals 5. Times 2 equals 10. Write that there. Solve it. And we get the answer of 292,681. We can input that into our calculator. Yes, we do actually get it right. I think. Let me just double. Yep, we got it right. Got it right. Don't sound the alarms yet. Okay, and let's do another example, just because this is a bit of a step up. 868 squared. 8 squared is 64, 6 squared is 36, 8 squared is 64. Nice and simple, right? We're just squaring everything. So think of it like this. This equals n, that equals n, let's do y, and that equals z. Sorry. It's just n, luckily we have a colour history on. So it's just n squared followed by y squared followed by z squared. It's that simple. That's all it is. Next up, you have to do 8 times 6 twice. So once we got one answer, we get the other. So it's 48 times 2 equals 96. I can write that again because it's literally the exact same calculation. Then 8 times 8 equals 64. Oh, this is a very good example. We won't write it as 128 like that. We always stick firm to this side sloping down. This side can be straight all it wants. It can be straight forever. This side has got to slope downwards. It's got to slope downwards. So we have 64 equals... So we have 64 equals 128. Okay, right. When we add them together, which should get the answer of... just trying to do this a bit fast, you know. Should have probably pre-made this. But anyhow, we're doing chill. It should be 753,424. I would love to say that that is right, but we have to double check. No, that wasn't the question. It was 868, wasn't it? Yeah. 753,000. I didn't think about that. No, I did. Believe in yourself, unless otherwise no one will believe in you. Clearly, I guess no one did believe in me. But anyways, let's do another 5 random numbers. So this time, the minimum is 100. The maximum is 999. You're going to be in a treat if it's 100. 680. That's a pretty good number. I'm not going to lie. The next number is 937. Your next number is 292. Your fourth number is 121. And your final number is 162. For me, this number is by far the hardest. This number is by far the... No, actually, this one is. But let's see how you do. Pause the video now and unpause it when you're ready for the answers. Okay, so here's the answers. So, okay, 292 squared. I would do it, but I don't want this to be like 25 million parts. It's very tedious to watch. I know. So we're going to be doing it on the calculator. So we'll see if you got it right. 292 times 292, 85,264. Next up, we'll do 121 times 121. 14,641. 81? Yeah, I was about to say. Why did I think it was 81? No, it's 41, sorry. Next up, we'll do 162 squared. 26,244. Okay, 680 squared. Your time to shine. That is 462,400. Okay, and finally we have 937 squared. 877,969. 969. Those are your answers. Mark out of 5. I, of course, got 5 out of 5 because I cheated. Hopefully you didn't cheat. Or actually answered them. But if you didn't, it's fine. It's fine. I will spare you this time. I'm just kidding. I would never kill anyone. Or would I? Anyways, I would make a harder one, but I think I'll just tell you the generalized thing. So you can go way above that. You can go into probably the millions. Of course, that'd be a bit harder. But the rule is you square the first column. So no matter what, you just square all the numbers in the first column. And you times the thing in the second column times all the things. So if it was 841,293, for the second column, it would be 8 times 4, 4 times 1, 1 times 2, 2 times 9, 9 times 3. Then you'll times them all by 2. Don't add them, just put them like this. 32, 04, 02, 18, 27. And then of course you have to times them all by 2. But yeah, who cares about it? I mean, if you want to get right, then yeah. But then afterwards, if you wanted to do that, 397, I don't know what it was, I'm just going with a random one. So the next column you'd have to do these lot. So it'd be 8 times 1, 4 times 2, 1 times 9, and 3 times 7. And then of course you have to times them all by 2. And then for your next column, it's pretty much the exact same. You just go out by another one. Another one. Another one. So then it would be 8 times 3, 4 times 9, and 1 times 7. For your fifth column, I know there's quite a lot of columns in this. You'd have to do 8 times 9 and 4 times 7. And finally, for your last column, you would have to do 8 times 7. That's a bit weird. 8 times 7. And don't forget to times it by 2. Have a good day, and see if you can try and square, I don't know, this random number that I'm about to input. See, oh, let's not, then draw that back a few. Oh, no. Still won't do it. I left it by 1. See if you can square that number. If someone can, then well done. And goodbye.